Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Al's Vintage Toy Trains. I hope you're having a great week. So today I wanted to review this Lionel outfit number 2143WS, cataloged by Lionel in 1948. So this set is headed by the 671 turbine, and it comes with the 2671W tender. This one just happens to have the backup lights, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So what I found in Craigslist back in 2018 was this photo and an ad that listed the trains as antique trains. I believe he wanted $100 or $125 for the set. We negotiated $75 because of the issues. But what was unique and what I thought was really cool was the tender. That's really the diamond in the rough in this set, and with those backup lights. So that's what I had to start with. We'll go through the set here one by one. So 671 turbine. This is a 48 turbine, and it had some missing side rod screws. The rear steps were broken, so that had to be replaced, and really it just needed some maintenance otherwise, other than the couple of parts that I needed to get for this engine. And here's the 2671W tender, and again it's got backup lights in the back. You can see the center is red, and the two outer lights, you see the outer lights, but they're clear or white. And what I'll do is I'll go into this in a moment, and I'll open up the tender and I'll look at some of the references. So there's a lot of controversy, and I'd like to get some of your opinions out there if you know anything more about the backup light tender. So I've got three references I'll take a look at, and we'll open this tender up, and we'll do some comparisons, and I'll list out why I believe this is an authentic backup light tender. Alright, we've got the next car here is the Transformer car, the 2461. And it came with broken insulators. And what was unique when I opened up the Transformer, you have to break the two halves apart in order to remove the old and insert the new insulators. You'll see that there's red showing on one half of the plastic body for the Transformer, and what you'll note is that in 1947 Lionel had red Transformers for their Transformer car, and here it is 1948 when they changed it to black. And when I opened it up, I noticed that one half was red on the inside and the other half was clear and then painted black, as you see here. So kind of unique. A little bit of work to pull these Transformers apart and install the new insulators. Next we have the 3459 automatic dump car or ore car, and this set could have come either with black or green, and green is a little harder to find than the black, so I was happy to have the green car. And this needed to be rewired because the wiring was dry and cracked, so a little bit of work there. Next we have the 2460 12-wheel crane car, and this was a little bit of work because the boom was broken when I had gotten it. So I replaced the boom, restrung it, and it works just fine now. So that's the crane car, and then lastly is the 2420 work caboose with searchlight. This one just had to be rewired. So again, this is a rescue set. Showed you the photo that I looked at when I went to look at the set. I identified it as outfit number 2143WS, and sure enough I was able to negotiate the price on it and to take it home, knowing that it had a lot of work. Alright, next up we'll take a look at the catalog. Alright, so here's the 1948 catalog. And what do we have on the front cover is the turbine. Note that outfit number 2140WS with the passenger cars was the set that was featured in 1948. Those passenger cars are actually green with a yellow stripe on them as opposed to the pinkish color and green that you see here in the catalog cover. So this is the 48 catalog. And the top set on this 2-page spread is the outfit that we're talking about. So there's 2143 WS at the top, and it depicts the cars as you see here. The only thing that I see that's really different from the photo in the catalog and the actual consist is the automatic dump car is black in the photo versus the green that I have. But these sets were known in 1948 to come with the green dump cars. This set went for $60 even for 1948. And it was listed as the 2143 WS Deluxe Work Train. Alright, so there we have the catalog for 1948. Let's go into a little more depth on the tender, and we'll take a look at that. Alright, so we're going to take a closer look at this backup light tender, and we'll discuss why I believe this is an original. And first off, as you could see from the original photo that I was looking at for the listing, nobody was trying to sell me a set that had the backup light. This guy that I bought it from does basement cleanouts, and he said he bought it from the original owner when he did the basement cleanout, or took it from the original owner. It is a complete set, as you can see. The only thing that was in that major photo was a milk car, and that was probably an add-on to the set. So, alright, so we'll get a little closer look. And you can see the whistle chamber has a clear plastic cover, really unique. Let's take a closer look at the bulb and the bracket. And this is how it was done. You can see the base of the bracket is grounded to the metal on the car, and then the wire coming out from the lamp runs to the motor for the other contact. So there's the clear housing. There's the lamp. It is secured just by a single black screw on the bottom. So I had somebody say, well, they didn't have lamp brackets like that in 1948, but I beg to differ. I've got a passenger car here from 1948. This came out of my boxed 1426 WS set, and I know it's 1948 because the box has the 3 cities. And let's take a look at that lamp bracket. And it looks to be the same lamp bracket used for the passenger car in 1948. So this is an original car from 48. I've got the set box. All the cars are boxed. The engine's boxed. Everything has 3 cities on it, so I know it's from 1948. This set was also produced in 49, and the boxes had the 2 city names then. So the lamp brackets are the same. The only difference I see is that the bottom bracket, or the top on the tender, has a black screw here, where the tender has a silver screw at the top. Alright, so there's a close-up look of the tender on the inside. And we'll take a look at the shell. Plastic lights are rounded. The original supposedly had rounded. There's just squared off. And you'll note that the center one is red and the outer ones are white. Let's take a look at that lucite strip on the inside. And it's a one-piece strip. It's kind of glued in place. The three lights protruding out. And it's probably a dye of some sort to make that red. So that's what it looks like. And let's take a look at some references here. Got three of them. We'll start with the first one, Lionel's Trains, 1945 to 1969, volume 3 sets by Greenberg's. And here it is talking about the 2143 WS set. It went for $60, just like it showed in the catalog. And in here, it mentions the fact that the early tenders did indeed come with backup lights. So it says earliest editions of the tender were a scarce variation with backup lights. So that's Greenberg's. Also got Doyle's here. And they actually show the tender. Original backup lights are curved, not flat. You'll notice that the center one is red and the two outer are white. And if you go to the actual set, 2143 WS, and it does mention again that the tender does come with, or has been known to come with backup lights in this set. So that's the second reference that does talk about that. Alright, another piece of evidence is this Lionel 1948 lamp replacement chart. And right at the top of the index paper or card, it mentions the 2671W tender. And it was an 18 volt clear bulb, 752-9. 30 cents. So there's another little piece of the puzzle to indicate that Lionel did produce lamps for this tender, for this specific purpose. And here's my last reference. This is a reference by Tom McComas and James Toohey. And it was listed as Lionel Volume 2, post-war. And here they show the backup light tender. And mentions that in 1948 there were a few early production tenders that had their 3 backup lights. And the tenders had these lights, and when Lionel designed their tender, they planned for the lights. But since it was an added expense, and since it was not that spectacular of a feature, the lights were dropped. So Lionel did not mention anything about backup lights in the catalog, as far as the consumer catalog. But here, they do show same bracket that I have, and that's what it looks like. And if we go back to the Doyle catalog, it also shows the lamp and the tender that they have. Alright, so that's the controversy. A lot of people believe that Lionel never produced them. We know that Madison Hardware did produce some of these using all clear lenses for the backup lights. So that was mentioned in a reference that I had read online. And kind of unique. So if you got any more information on this, please leave a comment about it. I would love to hear about it. But in my mind, I believe this is a real backup light tender that Lionel produced from the factory. All right, I guess it's time to run this outfit for you. And it's 2143WS from 1948 with the 671 turbine leading the way and the 2671W tender with backup lights. It's very unfortunate that Lionel discontinued this feature so quickly. I think it added a lot of charm to this train. I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are on that. Again, I don't know how many of these were made, but it was a lot of fun researching this, and the 3 references that we looked at all indicated that this outfit did indeed have a few of these tenders show up in it. And the fact that Lionel had a lamp replacement chart in 1948 indicating the bulb for this tender, and looking at the lamp bracket between this tender and a 1948 passenger car, it all leads me to believe that this is an original backup light tender manufactured by Lionel at their factory. It's also known that Madison Hardware had produced the backup lights for the tender and made them themselves as far as adding the lamp. But from what I understand and researching it online, all of those lenses were clear. They did not have the red center lens like the original. So let's go ahead and run this outfit for you. I've got a couple other outfits on the tracks as well. Outfit number 1415WS from 1946 with a 2020 turbine, and outfit number 2179WS with a 671RR from 1952 on the outer loop. All right, let's go ahead and run some trains. So this outfit is obviously not pristine, but it was a lot of fun bringing it back to life, even though it took me maybe 12 or 14 hours to go through it. Alright, this is Al. I appreciate you watching, and please give some feedback on your thoughts on the backup light tenders, 2671W from 1948. Have a great night, everybody.